Last time you saw these, they're a bit smaller. Say hello, cornflakes, up. These have been legends, haven't you? All the way from Australia. Yes, Aussie boys, aren't you? G'day, 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 g'day. Feel a bit like Delia Smith, not gonna lie. Oh, it's a sad day when your coffee jar's empty. It's funny this, because what's gonna happen now is the thing I used to laugh about, where there was that craze of content creators where everyone just wanted to do Casey Neistat's making coffee vlogs. I never did it, so here we are. You gotta do the fridge opening, getting the milk. We have some, it's all right. Whew. This feels like bringing your mates around kind of thing, you know? Showing you the house, and I suppose it is, isn't it? He should be fuming that I've not tidied the kitchen though. When she sees this on video. Sorry. Weather is pants as well. It's like rain, then rain, and after that, if you're lucky, it might rain a little less, but it's all rain. Now, I didn't want to make this video, well, that's not mine. That's not mine. Mine's blue, mine's blue. Right, I'll be honest. I wasn't going to do this video because I didn't know how. I didn't want it to be over emotional or over dramatic, how obviously sometimes a lot of this social stuff can be. It's something I feel like I need to share. It's very personal, but I feel like I've got, and many people in the similar YouTube influencer space have a responsibility to show that social media, especially, you know, family and friends, it's like a highlight reel. You see everything so wonderful all the time, and then you end up looking in on yourself and going, my life's not like that. Obviously their lives aren't either, it's just they're the parts you get to see. Now, as an influencer, all you see of me is happy in a net, and I'm quite a happy guy. I like to think I am. You see happy net, happy course, lots of silly sort of stuff, but very rarely do you see the serious side, and I thought this is a perfect time to, you know, explain the situation, really. This is what we have to deal with. Murph, you're on camera, pal, you know. You got all shy now? You're not here? Blokes, you've been digging holes this morning, haven't you? Wasn't you? I think it was you. It was definitely you. Look at the state of your paws. This is the room of, I suppose, mess. Desk being built. The best monitor you've ever seen in your life. I had to get this. Look at the size of it. 49 inches for anyone that cares. Size doesn't matter, guys, but it does. This is my obsession. I've got a terrarium. I know. Here there are insects. There you go, there's one. Isopod. Now, it's not that serious, guys. Like, don't worry, I'm not disappearing tomorrow. I hope not. A few people that do the thumbs down will be disappointed at that, I'm sure. But joking aside, like I say, I didn't want this to be over dramatic. Pick the wrong choice of music and wrong angles, it all becomes a bit of a crikey me, what is going off? Not the case. For years, okay, I feel like I've been different, you know, and I know we're all different, we are, but with certain things positively, let's just say, and negatively, I could struggle at the most basic of tasks. IQ relatively high, did very well at school if I was interested in the topic. If I wasn't, that was my elbow cracking. Cracking me. Just forget about it, really. If I had a really bad teacher, but if it was like textbooks out, heads down, doesn't interest me. does not stimulate me. Now, I'm sure you're probably guessing what we're going to be talking about here, and to a lot of you it's probably not a surprise, but it has created some havoc in my life, and which has affected also my consistency on the channel, maybe not following through on particular promises, which of course I am sorry for. So I have been diagnosed at 34 years old with ADHD. Now, a lot of you are going to be like, this is not a big deal. I'm sure for many of you, it's not. For me, that's a very, very different story, because it's really caused a lot of issues in many different ways, from being small all the way up to being big. But it also positively explains so much side that has bothered me more than I thought it would. A lot of you will understand if you've had something similar happen to you, later in life, but I had this big essence that threw me off guard, and apparently it's completely normal, there's a grieving process. It was almost like the previous 34 years of my life, which this really did bother me. I am myself. Obviously this is myself, but I've not been, let's say, at my full capacity. And that was a really hard bit to stomach, because it was like, as happy as I am right now, and don't get me wrong, I'm extremely lucky. I feel like I've done very well to get where I am considering, but you think to yourself, where could you have been? And I think that's only natural to think like that. So I want to continue, because I've got a lot more to talk about here, but this is part of the reason why I want to do this video. It's the awareness side, to prove that, the influencers, people in front of the camera, you do get to see, edited as well, a fun potential side of things. And I never wanted to bring my problems on here. I don't think this is the place some creators do like to have a bit of a whinge, and I'm like, how I see this, I'm creating a video that I want you to see after you finish work. So if you pick to watch me, I should feel privileged, and I should want to deliver something that's going to hopefully make you feel better, or entertainment aspect to it. You don't want to be coming home going, YouTube algorithms done me, blah blah, said this online about me. I've got this sock sponsorship deal and they only sent one sock. Like, the reason I'm doing this is not a whinge. There's any whinge in here. It's more of a, crikey me, I hope I can help somebody else that's completely been oblivious for 34 years, and then here we are, ADHD. So this is the reason why, and stay with me here, we've got a paid partner in this video that I think is just absolutely perfect fit. I've been a huge advocate for mental health. I've always had my email there just to, if you ever want to reach out, more than welcome to drop me a message. But really, nothing does beat seeking out professional help, which is exactly why we've got a paid partnership today with BetterHelp. BetterHelp offers a safe and secure space for anyone that's dealing with one of life's many difficulties, whether that's stress, seasonal anxiety, loss of a loved one, or relationship issues. There'll be a professional there to talk to, and best of all, you won't feel judged about it. As I mentioned earlier, we live in a world where social media is always in our faces. It's only natural to compare ourselves to everyone's social media highlight reel, because everyone posts good things, whether that's a family member, a friend, or an influencer that you follow. And of course, then it's so easy to look at these highlight reels and compare your life to that and go, that's not how my life is. Of course, we know everybody's got the struggles. I'm not going to stand here and say I've been the perfect person here either, because I've, in the past, thought no one really cares about my issues. I don't really need to talk about it. But I have seen how effective BetterHelp has been, because I've got family members going through sessions currently, and it's been absolutely game-changing for their lives. So my mindset quickly changed. You may not agree with this, but I do think we should drop this stigma of not talking, and everyone should have like a life therapist where you can just talk judgment-free and there's no bias whatsoever. And thanks to BetterHelp, starting therapy has never been so simple. Simply fill out a questionnaire and you'll be paired with a BetterHelp credentialed professional. And if you've not found the right match, you can switch therapists, making sure your therapist is well qualified, and they also offer a customer service team if you have any questions. With over 7,000 reviews and a 4.3 Trustpilot rating, BetterHelp is here for you, and it's a platform you can trust. Let BetterHelp take control of your life by clicking the link in the description or visiting betterhelp.com/Alex Etches and get 10% off your first therapy month. Now, this video could go on, we could make this go on for hours. I didn't want it to. The point of this was, if I could help one person watching this that's in a similar sort of situation, and I think, like I say, the mental health aspect is very important to prove that I could have just got on with my life and not said anything. But we're not perfect. Nobody is. We all have our problems. We all have our issues. We all have our undiagnosed, I'll say issue. I call it a superpower, because the pros of ADHD, creativity, thinking outside the box. I think this is the perfect job. Being emotionally and understanding emotions quite well. I think that's another thing I would like to say I'm pretty good at. I can judge when people aren't probably feeling very happy or not feeling 100%, or there's something not quite right where it might not be as obvious to other people, but I've always been in tune. So that's probably another aspect of it. One that, funnily enough, is a big one with ADHD is being good under pressure. And my first real job was a lifeguard, which I feel like I did excel in, where, you know, you have to think under pressure. You can't panic or anything. It's straight to it. If that alarm goes off or someone's drowning or blah, 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 you've got to know what you're doing and get your head screwed on. There's no time for this. It's straight to it. So I feel like I've been very lucky with the jobs I've had leading up to my career, let's say. I do feel for people with, you know, ADHD sitting at a desk for a very long time must be extremely difficult, and I'm sure there are ways around that, because editing, you know, it could be 5-6 hours, but I have to stand, I have to walk around, I cannot stay in one place. So another aspect of it. But for you guys watching, understandably, you're going to be like, this is just ADHD. It's just ADHD. Unfortunately, ADHD, OCD has always been thrown around when people aren't even ACDC. Highway to hell. OCD or ADHD. They said it again. It's one of those where, you know, you have to, oh, sorry, I'm just going to move this. That's the OCD in me. You know, it's one of those terms that's just thrown around when they don't actually necessarily have ADHD. So yeah, it's a pretty crazy time, because I'm lucky. I always look back and go, wow, that explains this, and I don't need to go into the personal stories, but long story short, in very difficult parts of my life, my parents split up. I was going through, you know, the important exams at school, and one of my big problems, I'll say problems because it was a problem for me, was they call it the ostrich effect, where all your problems, you don't want to focus on anything else but this problem, and the problem you just want to bury your head from. So you shut off everybody, you basically don't do anything else, and you just self-sabotage, which is something I carry with me on the golf course as well. So that was a big issue and has affected me in the past. I was also, with knowing something wasn't quite right, I got wrongly diagnosed for dyslexia, equidominancy in my eyes. So this dyslexia thing, I can read perfectly well. I was top flight in English at the time before things happened, but I was reading things. I wasn't taking in the content, so I'd have to read things 5 or 6 times to, you know, I'd read it to you and you'd be like, oh, great, you know, and I'd be like, I don't know what I just read words. And that's like a concentration issue, which at the time I was diagnosed with equidominancy. So both eyes, which is probably true still because I had an eye test, and the optician was like, yes, people have one eye stronger than the other. You have both eyes exactly the same strength, which is wonderful for like peripheral vision and sports, but terrible for reading and things you need to like focus on. So I got given glasses, and the worst thing this guy could have said to me was, if you wear these glasses, academically will be better. Sports though, not so much. Did those glasses touch my head? No, they're still in a box, brand new, never been touched because sport is still a big part of my life. So yeah, that was my choice then. And I think I've done relatively well considering. So like I say, it's not, I don't want to over dramatize this. This is the situation. This was more, not so much the ADHD side of things, even though if a video doesn't pop up on a Wednesday, when I said it was going to be on a Wednesday, you might get it. But I am actually having treatment for this now, and so far it has been life-changing. So there is that. Has my life started at 34? In many ways, no. I've got 2 wonderful kids, a beautiful wife, a great family, great career, amazing community. YouTube plaque unboxing's coming very soon. Things are going fantastic, but could it be better? Yes, it definitely could. So that's the reason why I feel like try it. What's the worst that can happen? And yeah, I think that's why the BetterHelp partner, yes, it's paid, I know, but it was just a perfect time. I hope you don't mind. It comes into this, and it's a serious topic on the fact that we need to talk. We do. Get rid of the stigma of not wanting to talk when we've got issues. The issues that life throws at us, which could be anything. We don't know what's around the corner. And the reason I love this so much is it's secure. You're not going to get judged, and that for me is just massive. Just having someone to reach out to when you're not feeling yourself. Thank you for listening. I don't get upset. Don't get upset. Thank you for. Oh God, sorry. Thank you for staying with me, considering oh come on, you stupid. Thank you for staying with me through it all, you know, promising videos that haven't come out. Brands that I work with don't even know this until probably they've watched this and gone, crikey me, that makes sense. You know, can we move the video back a couple of days? You know, that's how it is, unfortunately, and it's not something I'm really going to be able to ever change. That's always going to be there, but there are aspects where, like I say, we can get better and do better. So, guys, thank you very much. I'm sorry for waffling. I hope I can help somebody out there. I know there are very human aspects to this where it's not necessarily ADHD. I get that, but obviously you've not seen how my life has been. Anyone that knows me personally has gone, yeah, like ADHD poster boy in many ways. But like I say, it comes with a lot of strengths. And would I be where I am on YouTube without ADHD? Probably not. Now, after all that coffee making, guess what? Mr. ADHD didn't even bring it in the room. So it'll be freezing cold, so I need to go get another one. Much love. Look after yourself. I'll see you soon. If you like this, not the sit down stuff, but the bit more like behind the scenes, you know, let me know. Cool.